It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in them breathing heavy. Little.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, Young. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Hot. Hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's it. Hey, let's feed him. Let's feed him. Let's go. Shut down. Shut down. Over.
It's Young off play action. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. First down, Young. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
I got number 23. I got you, 23.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. He's gonna run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Wide, get wide.
1st and 10, Young. Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action. Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Yeah, D! Yeah, D! Woo!
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose. Tight ends on the loose.
Red! Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hell! Who ready?
They go play action here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Following the interception, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they'll run it here. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a second down throw for Young. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Well, the Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hold on.
Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Young working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first down, this is Geis. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Five down. Stand up in. Under crunch.
Leopard.
Watch the ship.
Here is Young. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Hurry up. Here we go. 319. 319.
Check 24.
Over.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
3 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They get it to him running left. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
Check.
Gun!
They run with Geis. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Black 99 Philly.
Check, Mike.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Richmond.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
To throw on second is Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that, that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Red, green, the line.
To the air yet again, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw for Young. Complete. Richardson has it. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Young on first down. They'll check it down to Geis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. the gun. It's Young. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
The final shot before the break, Watson. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shift.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Off of play action, it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And they'll go with the ground attack here and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
From the gun on third, Watson. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Down! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Black 99, feel it!
Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Over!
4 down, 4 down. Alert.
Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Young to throw it this time. And this is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
Watch him now, Barney.
3 down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Tight end's right.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He's checking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down is Young. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. The point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
4 down. Watch 20.
On first down, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Cole. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Now and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
We got 3, fella.
Black 22.
Watson now, operating from the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Black 22. Black 22.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
3 down.
Again, it's Watson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Room here to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On play action, Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn them yet another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson, off play action. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Oh, some strong running. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Black 22.
Watson looks to throw again, eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt and in a big way.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll run it here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Watch you now, Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We got 4.
Over!
Mike's 5-4.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Black 22! Black 22!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.